Hey guys, just making a video on the tea that I drink every day. This is all the stuff that I use. I'm gonna go through everything one by one. So for me, the most important ingredient is the honey, and I make sure I get wildflower raw honey. Always make sure you get honey that is local to you. That way, you're gonna get the most help with your allergies. That is, bees local to you are going to be pollinating and making honey from flowers that are, of course, in your region area, and so that's going to help you out. You want honey where you're at the most to help you with the flowers that where you're at the most, which are going to pertain to your allergies. Next up, this is probably apart from the apple cider vinegar over here, I got clove oil. I put about 5 drops in there. Oh yes, and I put a tablespoon of honey in there. I forget to mention that. But the clove oil, I put 5 drops in there. Oh man, does it make the tea taste horrid? But the honey bogs that down pretty well along with everything else. Very, very good for you. Next up, we got apple cider vinegar. You gotta get it with the mother. I don't know about raw. Raw's probably better for you, but you definitely have to have it with the mother. Definitely makes it taste somewhat horrid as well. Uh, you got some big stones on you if you can take that by itself, but putting it in the tea and mixing it with everything else here, not so bad. Very semi palatable. It's at least not too gross. Next up, we got organic lemon juice. It's got to be organic. I know some people out there, they aren't too crazy about the hippy dippy kind of stuff, but all this has in there is lemon juice. Nothing more, nothing less. Next up, cinnamon. Along with the honey, this helps bog down the flavor of these two nasty little devils. And then I have here, the actual tea part that I put in there from Sacred Herbs. This has fireweed, ginkgo biloba, and what was that? Rose hips. Yeah, feel free to use any tea that you want. I use this just because it's what I have lying around at the moment. Other than this, I would probably get the Kirkland green tea from Costco. Definitely good stuff too. Then I have some ginseng. That's one of the spices slash herbs ground up herbs that I throw in there. Ah, yes, for the amount. Uh, I'll review that towards the end. This is a bit of a unscripted little thing I'm putting together for you guys. And then I throw turmeric in there, ginger, and then this is garlic. You can see my lovely chicken scratch writing. That's been smudged. But looks like the water is just about heated. Now we're gonna go ahead and put these babies in one by one. Alright, so I got a tablespoon of honey. Well, as much as I could out of there. This thing's almost empty, so I'm just gonna leave that there. Then I don't have a weight scale or anything, and I'm too lazy to get another spoon, so I'm just gonna dump some of this in there. Usually I see people adding about a tablespoon max or a teaspoon of the apple cider vinegar and the lemon juice, but I'm just gonna dump some in there. Quite randomly. Then thankfully I got a dropper for clove oil, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oop, I think I put 6 in there. That's gonna taste great. Cinnamon. If I had one of those tiny little tools, the scooper or whatever for spices and powdered substances, I'd probably use that instead, but I kind of just sprinkle some in there. Let's do the turmeric. Don't worry, this will all get mixed together well once I throw that piping hot water in there. Next we'll do the ginger. Oh, damn, a little too much got in there. Well, down the hatch anyways. Garlic. Ginseng. Come on, yeah. One of those scoopers would be great for this bag. There we go. And lastly, some of these sacred herbs. I'd love to throw more stuff in here, such as ashwagandha or mint, perhaps other herbs and whatnot, but this is just what I have at the moment. All right, now you got some of that in there. And lastly, let's get that going. Stir it up. And I usually let this cool, add steep, for about 30 minutes. It's pretty cold right now, and well, cold for California at the moment. So it would take longer if it was a summer or something like that. And I'll come back and show myself actually drinking this stuff. All right. Here we go. Oh. Not too bad. Usually when we get down to the bottom, it's pretty powerful. Oh. There you go. Yeah, drink that too. Oh, nice and grainy. Now, there's the clove oil. That tea I gave to Andrew, you know, my big uncle that's super into Star Wars. Oh, got myself forgetting my pants. I gave it to him when he was coming down with a cold, and he already had it for a few days, and I gave him about the same amount. He said it tasted nasty, but that very same day, he started feeling better. And this is a man who's been on medications his whole life, and he took, like, I think NyQuil, Dayquil, and other typical over-the-counter cold medications, but this stuff is what helped him. It might not have had all of the ingredients, but it definitely had the apple cider vinegar, the honey, the lemon juice, cinnamon, the turmeric. I think I had the chrysanthemum tea at that time, and the green tea. Yeah, I'm not sure if I had the ginseng, the garlic, and the clove oil at that time, but it did have everything else that I mentioned. And like I said, we started feeling better. Those are his words, not mine. Um, believe what you will. Try it for yourself. See what happens. I will say, because of the apple cider vinegar and the lemon juice being diuretics, that is, they make you go to the restroom. Typically, going number one as opposed to number two because it's liquid. It makes you go quite a bit. So, if you have a job where you can't constantly be going to the bathroom all the time, or that's a general annoyance to you, one way or the other, probably not for you, but it's good stuff. Try it out. Hopefully, it's not too nasty tasting. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.